guys, it's Amanda again. So today I've got a very good friend of mine, David Serkin May, with us. David has been a model, actor, and now he's also a photographer. Can you tell us a bit more about what is testing?
So testing is really, I guess you could look at it from several points of view. I guess the agency is testing you to see, if you've got sort of what they're looking for, if they think you have potential in the business. A test can also be, sometimes photographers approach model agencies. Maybe photographers are relatively new in the business as well. So they will approach model agencies and ask, hey, I'm just starting out. I would like to shoot some of your new models. That's a good way for photographers to get also their feet wet. And so testing is a collaboration, but it can also be for pay. A lot of models in the beginning do have to pay until a photographer really thinks that you're a big bonus for their own portfolio.
Now you've got these amazing pictures. What would you advise me as a photographer for a model? Once they've got their photos, what should they be doing?
Yeah, there's a whole sort of strategy of submitting to agencies. The most important thing to remember is that agencies are inundated, especially if it's a big agency in a big city. They're getting maybe 100 plus a day. So how are you not going to get lost in the shuffle? Obviously, you always want to follow up after you've submitted your pictures. You want to call people up, get them on the phone. Sometimes you're going to get the runaround if they don't know who you are. So you just have to keep acting professionally, try to get names of the people you're talking to, and just say, hey, look, I just want to make sure I was seen. And then if you're interested, I would love to have a conversation about it. If not, then they move on, But at least that you're not being completely overlooked and not even seen by one picture.
How do you know a model has got the it factor? It factor that agents are looking for, or that you think, oh my God, this girl or this guy is really, really going to have a good career. Because normally the belief is that photographers can spot this, or agents can spot this it factor, or at least so they believe. So what is the it factor?
Well, I think what you're touching on there is a really, really important thing to discuss. Sometimes I have a model come into my studio and I prejudge the model and I think, oh, wow, they look amazing. They're going to be really good. And I might start shooting them and they might be stiff, or they might not have the charm or the personality that other models have. So then you're like, okay, I thought this model was going to be amazing in front of the camera. Now, you also have to consider that they might be new and they're still learning how to pose. They're learning their craft. So you can't be too judgmental, but there is an interesting thing that happens. And usually I would say it happens when I'm shooting them in the moment and I'm seeing the results as we go. And I really see that, wow, this person either has a completely unique look that I haven't really seen before. And of course, in my career, I've seen thousands and thousands of models over my history in the business. Once in a while, you get someone who comes through, you're like, wow, this person really has something to offer. Now, it might be their charm, it might be a unique look, it might be a combination of that, or it might just be that, sorry to say, they exude sexiness in some way. But usually those are the types that are super comfortable in their own skin. They are there in front of the camera, they're listening to direction, and they're at ease, But that can come later too. But it is true. There is a certain it factor, and it just happens once in a while. Somebody comes in, and then when I go to edit the pictures at the end, I start to go, wow, this person is really even more interesting now that I'm looking at the pictures at the end.
So if a model is embarking on a modeling career, and she's a model that's working or just starting to get work, how should she be curating the photos on her Instagram to show? Because Instagram is in today's world is like your resume in a way, especially if you're a model, because it has to do with photos, right? So should she be curating her photos, or he be curating his photos on Instagram, as well? Because, he is a model after all, because clients would sometimes go on social media and look at you as well.
Yes, absolutely. And as a matter of fact, they're looking at everyone's Instagram profile. And if you look at most model agency websites, you will see their Instagram links in all the agencies. And so that really is your portfolio these days. I mean, back in my day, we carried around a hard book with clear plastic sheets and black backing, and you had your pictures. But now Instagram is your portfolio. And also something to consider is that you want to keep as many followers as you can.